Hello. Welcome to First Dog on the Moon's Spoken Cartoons. I'm cartoonist First Dog on the Moon. And today, Chonky Bats. Everyone loves Chonky Bats. This is a three-frame cartoon published on The Guardian on the 24th of September 2025. And like most of these cartoons, this one has a little heading, and on either side of that heading, I've drawn a flying fox hanging off the actual text. How clever of me. And the text itself reads Chonky Bats. Everyone loves Chonky Bats. Or do they? Sadly, this adorable, cuddly bat is imperiled by the hubris of the human race. Who do we think we are? Onto frame one. Down in the bottom left-hand corner of this frame, I've drawn another even bigger and chonkier bat hanging off a tree, and on the right-hand side, I've drawn a bat scientist who's flapping their arms. At the top of the frame, the text reads, "The Christmas Island flying fox, Pteropus natalis, is the island's last remaining native mammal. Once there were two rodents, two bats, and a shrew. Now there's just this cute bat, Australia's only critically endangered mammal without a recovery plan. It has also been described by fruit bat scientists as adorable and chonky, and the bat is saying, 'Are you calling me fat?' And the fruit bat scientist, who's waving their little hands in the air in excitement, is saying yes. And also a big fluffy baby. Hoo! On to frame two, which is a list. The text at the top reads, "Sadly, a single cyclone could wipe out these bats. Will it go the way of the Christmas Island pipistrelle, a bat last seen in 2009? What are the obstacles to this bat surviving?" And it is a seven-part list? Yes. All right. Number one, it doesn't have a great recovery plan, and I've drawn a bat plan with a red line through it. Two, great big cyclones. I've drawn a great big cyclone and a bat being upset. Three, habitat destruction, mining and development. And I've drawn a developer with a large bag of cash, and I can see now that I haven't filled in that developer's suit properly with the with the paint bucket, which is what I use in Photoshop. Four, feral cats. There are two feral cats looking very fierce. One of them is saying death. Five, yellow crazy ants. There's a big yellow ant saying it's the rapture. Six, Murray Watt, C1, and I've drawn Murray Watt. He's saying honk. And seven, climate disaster, C6, and I've just drawn a disgruntled looking bat. On to frame three. The text at the top reads, "While recovery plans probably aren't worth the recycled paper they're printed on using organic ink, you can at least pretend you care. I care, so here is my recovery plan to save this important bat," in capital letters. First Dog on the Moon's two-part bat plan. 1. All the bats go and live at Murray Watt's house and poop on his Chinese electric vehicle until he comes up with a properly funded working bat plan. And I've drawn a bat. It is saying, ha ha. And on the other side, I've drawn a red electric vehicle covered in bat poop. And the second part of the two-part bat plan, 2, stop anthropogenic climate change. This may require joining Antifa and dismantling quote unquote capitalism. And I've drawn another bat and it's saying, yeah. And then down the bottom of this frame at the end, it says, so easy. Let's do it for the bats. And there's a one final bat saying, it's good to be chonky, which is true. And that brings us to the end. this edition of First Dog on the Moon's Spoken Cartoons, please like, subscribe, comment, all the things, or don't. Either way, I'd appreciate it. And if I get enough subscriptions, YouTube will send me a velour couch.